Welcome to learn about astronomy, and this is the night sky for Saturday, May the 10th, 2014. So what's interesting on this evening of Saturday, May the 10th is that Saturn has reached opposition today. Opposition, what it means is that when the sun is setting, Saturn is rising. It's opposite the sun in our sky. So opposition also means that it's rising as the sun sets and will be setting as the sun rises, so it's visible all night. It's also one of the periods where usually a planet is at its closest to the Earth. It's often not exactly on opposition night, but it's usually in the days before or after opposition. So it's a great time to watch Saturn, and if you have a small telescope or even just binoculars, take a look at a special video I'm going to make just for the Saturn opposition, so that you'll have all the facts and the interesting, the way to watch it and what you can see actually if you're watching Saturn. So as the sun is setting later and later now, or more like 8:10 p.m. or something like that here, we have Mercury slowly getting out of the glare. Mercury will have an apparition in our nights later in the month, and it should actually be an interesting time to watch Mercury in the west-northwest sky. And actually, for me, this is one of the best times because the west-northwest sky is actually the part of the sky that is easiest for me to see. There's no trees and no houses in the way. So that's going to be a nice apparition, at least for me. Jupiter, west, southwest, pretty high. Still nice, bright planet. Slowly dimming, slowly going towards the sun, and will be leaving us soon. And we'll just see it come back as an early star later in the summer mornings. A waxing gibbous moon, very close to Mars. So if you're kind of wondering where Mars is in the night sky, you weren't sure if that orange star was Mars, take a look at the moon and take a look at Mars. It's extremely close on this evening. They are very close together. So it's really, really a nice, cool time to watch the planet Mars and the moon really close together. Saturn, of course, rising as the sun sets. It's at opposition. It's really the month of May is actually Saturn month, because it is really the planet that shines throughout the night, all night in May. Closest to Earth, of course, during this month for this year. And very nice view through a telescope if you want to watch the rings of Saturn. Quite easy to watch, and you don't really need a very big telescope to watch them. Then as the night goes on, we have, of course, Jupiter setting around midnight 30. Waxing gibbous moon and the Mars are really, really dancing close to one another. So, like they're really high in the south around 10:30, 11:30 p.m. Take a look at that. I think that's going to be nice. And you should actually, if you watch every half hour on that evening, you should actually see a difference of where the moon is positioned and Mars, because the moon is moving fast enough that every half hour you should actually see a change in its position relative to Mars, that orange star that's really close next to it. Saturn very high in the south around midnight and 1 a.m. and will be a very nice sight throughout the month of May. It's kind of a creamy colored star. It's not that bright, but it's bright enough that you can actually really spot it even in the bright city lights. We have Neptune rising around 3 a.m. and of course the most interesting thing of the morning sky for this time would be Venus rising around 4 a.m. and giving us a very bright star in the east before the sun rises. Days are getting longer, so the sun rises quite early. It's rising around 5:30 a.m. now. So it's giving us really, really long days actually. So Hopefully you enjoy our videos, and this was the night sky for Saturday, May the 10th, 2014, opposition night for Saturn, and watch that video that I'll be posting separately. If you have any comments or questions on what you've seen, let us know. Maybe you have a feature or suggestions, let us know also. Hopefully you enjoy your videos, and we'll come back to learn about astronomy. Thanks for watching.